Only one man stands between hell and earth.
I smell fear.